Hello everyone and welcome back to another math video. Today we're going to be looking at how do you draw angles with a protractor, so similar to these problems that you see up on the screen. So this is a protractor, okay? And there's lots of numbers here, but let's focus on just the outside numbers, meaning I'm going to look at this part right here. I'm not going to pay attention to the inner numbers right now, okay? So just sort of ignore the inner numbers right now. We're going to look at the outside numbers. So what you'll notice with the outside numbers is, they go up by tens here, 10, 20, 30, blah, blah, blah. And then each tick mark or each dash mark on it is 1, right? So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? These big ones are the 5s. So 5, 15, 25, so on and so forth. Okay? Now, for the inside and outside. The inside-outside is to help you figure out which way you're going to measure your angle. So if, we call it the baseline, if your baseline, so in this bottom left corner, your baseline is on the bottom left, right? And so it goes through, wherever it goes through 0, okay, that's how you're going to measure it. So if it's on the bottom left, you're going to use the outside numbers. But if you're starting from the bottom right, okay, you're going to use the inside numbers. So let's see how this works. So this says draw a 135-degree angle. And your baseline, your starting line, is going to the left, which means you're going to use the outside numbers. So to measure 135 degrees, right, we would go 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130. 135 is halfway in between, so that would be here. Okay, and so then you're going to draw a straight line starting from this center point up through the dot that you just drew. And I'll make this as straight as possible here. Okay, not bad. And now I'm going to straighten it out. Okay, and here it is straightened out, right? So this would be a 135-degree angle. Now, for this one, okay, we're starting in the bottom right, which means we're going to use the inside numbers, right? We're going to use the inside numbers. Inside numbers. So I'm going to count on the inside to 60 degrees. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 would be right here. And then draw a straight line, and let me straighten that out. Okay, and here's the 60 degrees straightened out. All right, here's our cool clock for today, which means that it is time for you to practice what you just learned. Go ahead and pause the video and try these two problems on your own. And when you're ready, you can unpause the video and we'll check your answers. Okay, now that you've had time to work these problems, let's check your solutions. For the first problem, you should have been using the outside numbers. So here's a 40-degree angle. And for the second problem, you should have been using the inside numbers. So here is a 175-degree angle. All right, that's it for today. I hope you all have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.